Hey everyone, that's really scared me. Look how beautiful it is
It's
back
Meg and me,
Caleb.
Gorball, Star Screamer, and Meg and MegMage. We're here to scream at your screen, and if you hate it, it's too bad.
Bum 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 ba da da da.
No. Wow.
Anyways, we're back with more Clone Wars. Sorry it's taken a while, but Caleb has been doing a lot of. We've both been doing a lot of outside things.
Outside things,
House things,
and also like
we're withdrawing.
We're drawing
medication.
from antidepressants, which
yes,
my withdrawal is almost over, but there was about a week there that
Not
I
the same one,
couldn't
by the way.
really do much of anything because
you were really tired.
I was really tired and felt sick all the time. But there's a rat wizard on my shirt.
Yeah.
Val, if you're watching this, I specifically
I'll send this
thought
clip
about
to her.
you when I got this shirt.
It's so good.
Wizard rat.
But we're also like the Star Wars grind never stops because
Never.
I'm halfway through Revenge of the Sith. Caleb has flown through things.
I read Master and Apprentice. I read the first two trade paperbacks of Darth Vader, the Charles Soule ones. I read the Star Wars Yoda. I said Sewell earlier.
I was like, that's just Soul. I'm
Soul
pretty
with an
sure.
E. It could be
Sewell.
Sewell. I don't know.
I was like, how do I spell this?
Star Wars Yoda and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and Anakin, and I also read Brotherhood. I read a lot of Star Wars in the last like 10 days.
Yes, and I'm gonna try doing like read-alongs, comic book read-alongs, because we have Marvel Unlimited, and so if you're interested in that, I might do that.
Yeah.
So Caleb can't control himself. That's a separate thing.
They cannot. I'll talk to her when she reads through
Yeah.
it. So if she reads something and wants to talk about it on camera, maybe we'll do that. But I don't know.
Right. But the moral of the story is we're very excited. I've just been learning a lot and I'm very excited. This is called the Malevolence Trilogy.
Yeah,
3?
3 of them. I'm so excited for
So it's going to be a fun arc. And I think we should get started because otherwise the puppies are going to scream.
Right, they're gonna freak out. So
I changed the font for Disney for the subtitles.
Oh, nice.
Belief is not a matter of choice, but of conviction.
That sounds like something Qui-Gon would say.
In the face of growing fear, the Jedi
Plo
Council
Koon.
sends Master Plo Koon to hunt down the menace before it strikes again.
Yes.
Wait, Menace. Isn't that like Phantom Menace?
Yeah, but I guess like
Oh, okay, it's not the same.
Palpatine is the Phantom Menace.
Oh.
I'm so excited to finally learn about Plo Koon.
They must have realized we are tracking them.
Smash.
What? The planet?
Plo Koon.
Okay.
What should we do?
Jam their transmissions.
Grievous just.
From what I hear, Skywalker's always ready for a fight.
So I've heard.
Kotoya, Master Plo.
Go to ya, little Soga.
Oh.
We've tracked it to the Abrigado system.
Obrigado. Thank you.
He needs our support. We have to go help him.
We have to see what the council decides first. Be mindful and speak only when spoken to.
Wait, really? It looked like he was breaking the fourth wall and looking at us because that's not what he does.
Never. I love that he just like teaches the same lessons he refused to learn.
Yep.
That's great.
General Grievous, this will be a suitable...
Sounded like genital. Genital Grievous. The hell? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That energy field has left us defenseless!
Jeez.
I love
This
his
is-
voice. Oh my god, he's like a mega smoker in this.
This is like ruthless Grievous that
Yeah.
we... Ah.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh. R.I.P. Literally in pieces. Ah.
We don't have much time! Get inside! Hurry! I want all of those life pods destroyed.
Oh. Roger.
The absence of distress beacons indicates that his fleet was that his fleet was destroyed like the others.
Oh.
Tragic are these losses, but prevent more. We must.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so eerie. And Palpatine already trying to be like, don't even try.
Right. Good stuff.
Do you know anything about his eyes?
Plo Koon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, cool.
I've learned how when Obi-Wan got his hair cut, though.
Okay.
Just because there haven't been any survivors before doesn't mean there won't be any this time.
Boldly spoken for one so young. She is learning from Anakin.
It's
Here's
true.
my Padawan.
Yoda's like, everything's going according to plan.
If anyone could survive, Master Plo could. I don't understand why.
What you don't understand is Jedi protocol, or your place, my young Padawan.
He's just like getting it back.
I
Like
know.
he's like revenge.
But I know you won't argue my orders. Come on, Snips.
Oh my god. This was his
Grumpy.
parenting practice.
He needs a Snickers.
Yeah.
I know if we work together, we will stay alive. And someone will find us.
I love his respirator, like the patterns on it.
Wonder if his eyes are vulnerable, so they're like shields.
I value your life more than finding that weapon.
That's really sweet.
Yes. And that's what the original Jedi are all about,
Yeah.
too, is life, protecting life in the galaxy.
I love that.
That all life is equal.
They're dead.
Oh.
Wide open.
Even Yoda was like, well, we gotta prevent more.
Yeah. I mean, in this
And
war
Ahsoka
must
was
be...
like bringing them back to reality. Like they could be alive.
Right.
And she's the youngest.
I should tell you why I spoke up before.
You don't have to explain anything.
Why? Because you get it?
Just because she doesn't have to doesn't mean she doesn't want to. Anakin.
I think he might get it. I don't know.
Problem, sir?
Anakin has just redeployed himself. Again.
So disappointed. Again. I also think it's a Jedi rite of passage to speak back. Because Obi-Wan did it to Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And then you get your Padawan and you have to learn what it's like.
And it could be part of her, the way that he's training her too, like maybe some
So
testing.
it's okay when you
Yeah, that
don't
little
follow
smirk.
What the council says.
Yeah.
Doing what the Jedi Council
I knew
says, that's one thing. How we go about doing it, that's another.
Okay. Semantics.
So he's just messing with her.
Yeah.
We can't just turn our backs on them.
That's what I
I know,
said back
it's
in the
very
briefing
him.
room.
I know, but the way you said it was wrong.
Bro. He's trying to instill, like, be careful, girl. Like,
Yeah.
please,
Words
be careful.
matter.
And they'll get your ass. I know.
Trust me, it's happened to me more times than I can count. And Obi-Wan taught him that because Obi-Wan considers
Ask for
every
trouble.
single word he says.
Do not be surprised when it finds you.
I think trouble already found us, sir.
I love this guy. Ahsoka loves him too. She said if anyone could survive, it's him.
Yeah, resourceful, empathetic, wise.
That signal is weak. They must be close by.
Yes.
He can feel the
So
signal.
cool.
Well, you can hear it too.
Well, and it's just such an interesting little story. Like, they're just in this field of debris in space trying to find each other. Let's cut this can open.
And announcing it like
No.
wait, could it make noise?
This is brutal.
Okay, first of all, there they go. They remind me of the turrets in Portal. The droids. Yeah. Second of all, would that make noise in space?
No.
Ah,
I
no.
don't think
Okay.
so, no. I think they would, like, oxygen would immediately be sucked out of their bodies.
I know, Master, but I have to believe.
How do you know Master Plo anyway?
Yeah.
He's one of my oldest friends. It was Master Plo Koon who found me,
Oh.
so I thought maybe I could find him.
And he calls Palpatine a friend
Yeah.
too. Like
Anakin,
they're very
where
similar.
are you?
Oh,
You had other orders.
It was my idea, Master Obi-Wan.
No,
Oh.
I'm sure. Well,
Have you found any survivors? No. We're on our way.
What's so cute is he goes back for Obi-Wan when Palpatine, everyone says he's a lost cause. He fell that far down the elevator, whatever. And Revenge of the Sith, he goes and gets Obi-Wan because that's his best friend.
Artui thinks he's got something on the emergency channel.
Artui?
And you'll see that instinct drives a lot of his actions before this too.
Protecting people, saving them.
Doing what he feels is right because he prioritizes people over ideas and systems. It's individuals. He doesn't care. He doesn't even really care what side they're on. It's like if he cares about you.
Yeah.
It is time to go.
What is this?
So sinister.
I kind of love it.
Outside to destroy the enemy.
Wait, I wonder if that
the
protects
pressure
him.
for a brief time. Put your helmets on.
Wow.
But there remains a possibility we will survive.
I love him. I love him.
Come on, let's go.
Yes.
See, that's the kind of Jedi energy I need to instill in my life. Like, this is a difficult situation, but not hopeless.
We do what we can.
Look at his markings. So beautiful.
Let's just hope someone's looking for us.
Well, I think he knows Ahsoka. I think he knows even Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's finish the job.
Oh my god.
Hey, what's a Jedi doing out here?
Hey.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He has his own little theme.
Bro, what? No. So rude. Don't squeeze. No, 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 no.
This is Ahsoka Tano. Is there anyone out there? Come in.
Keep the signal alive, Commander.
Oh.
Patience. We're trying to boost the power.
Patience. Patience, Anakin. Patience.
I mean, I guess
That's
he learned
cute.
some
I
eventually.
know. It's really cute.
I'm on it, boss.
Oh.
What the?
He's like Gimli. Toss me.
Yeah, toss me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Gimli coded. Oh my god, I hope he's okay.
Uh-oh.
That droid was ready to die.
Survivors are putting up a fight.
Okay, I'm obsessed with this Grievous.
He's so evil.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And it's like dual toned. It's terrifying.
A step ahead of us, Dooku always seems.
He went.
Master Plo Koon or his fleet.
Oh.
On whose authority has he done this?
His own, I'm afraid. Twice the trouble they have become. Skywalker has me.
A reckless
Let
but
us hope
correct
it is
one.
not a costly one.
Oh, shush. Yeah, you love money, don't
He's
you?
gonna be happy either way.
I liked his
whether
little
he
smile
succeeds
right
or
at the end.
yeah, whether he succeeds or doesn't, he's gonna be happy.
But the Council feels your daring may put others in danger.
The council?
Return at once.
Yes, Excellency.
And he knows how to talk to Anakin.
Can you imagine if... Oh, wait. He's...
Through the Force! He's using the Force!
Time to go, Ahsoka.
We have to stay. I can sense it.
I think that he was calling for her, or maybe she's more attuned.
Yeah, it's the Force.
We're just clones, sir. We're meant to be expendable.
Not to me.
Yes, not to me.
There they are.
Ready, tow cable?
He's not even surprised.
No.
And he trusted her, which is lovely.
And it reminds me of Anakin when he's like, "Excuse me," and dives off of the car to like
Yes.
catch the assassin.
Yep.
Yes.
Come on, hurry.
Yeah, running out of air, that's for sure.
Were there any survivors?
We couldn't find anybody else.
He loves the clones.
Yeah.
Master Plo.
Oh, sweet baby. She's so sweet.
And he found her.
Yeah. Oh.
An ion cannon?
A weapon that neutralizes all power to our ships, leaving the targets defenseless. A droid!
What happened?
Gotta turn him off.
Oh.
One big cruiser crusher.
Oh my, cruiser crusher.
It looks like a shark.
Oh, it's them.
We should get up to the bridge.
You are too weak.
They need, yeah.
Let me go see what is wrong.
Oh, I like this guy.
It's the same kind of robot that was with Padme.
When she was pregnant?
Yeah, the same kind of droid when she was delivering.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I love the medical droids.
Oh, and it's the same ship as in Revenge of the Sith, it seems.
Roars. Roar. Dude.
He's so...
Coming back.
Is there a problem, sir?
Oh no!
Forgot to shut off the medical droid.
I don't want any witnesses.
Too bad, Count.
They're a dangerous combo.
R2,
Yeah.
program the Navi computer. Be ready to get us out of here.
You forgot. We turned him off.
Go to your droid.
Oh. I love him.
They're not going to make it.
You can see the lizard in his eyes.
And the joy.
Go Annie, go Annie, go Annie.
Lightspeed, let's go! Hyperspace!
We're clear.
Oh, there you go.
Bye-bye.
Is that just gonna keep going until it finds something?
I hope not.
Your failure is most unfortunate.
Your?
I will have to discuss this with my master.
This is why I can't get with these Siths, because it's like they
It's
just
all
use their control authority
and
over
fear.
who, and then they take it out on the other person when they're.
In one piece, General Skywalker.
You have my Padawan to thank for that?
Oh.
Right. The council report.
No, you should come.
Come
Pad.
on, Ahsoka.
Yep. Yep.
You want me
Time for
there?
your
I
lesson.
figured because of before.
Ahsoka, through it all, you never gave up. You did a great job.
Yes, she
But
did.
if I'm getting in trouble for this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna share some of the blame.
Yeah,
too.
literally.
Yeah!
You're gonna get a lot of lashing out. How is this gonna be a trilogy? I wonder. And it's, you know, this is season 1, episode 2.
Right.
You know how many fuckers are so rude about, they're so freaking rude about Clone Wars season 1. They're
I
like, it's
know.
really not that
And the
good.
movie. Like, I was watching a video that was talking about, like, the different eras yesterday. And it was just like, it's really not a good movie. And the first 2 seasons are really rough. But then it turns into something.
How is this rough?
And I'm like, it's just so interesting. And, like, how can you not, if you're a fan of this series, I mean, I guess this is some people's introduction to
well,
Star
I think
Wars.
they also like action, and it's not for reasons that I think a lot of the Star Wars community loves Star Wars for the characters and there's a lot
information. Like, I just want to know.
I know,
who these
and
people
so
are.
just to make sure, he is General.
Yeah.
General Plo is in the last prequel movie, Revenge of the Sith.
Briefly, yes.
Because he dies.
Yes.
We watch him die. Okay. Great. Easy is the path to wisdom for those not blinded by ego. Oh!
Yes.
Deadly weapon unleashed. The
I
separatist
wonder who this
battleship
guy
Malevolence.
is.
Well, in their books, do they talk about the like HoloNet and stuff that you've read? Do they talk about the HoloNet?
Well, yes, they do.
Yeah, it's something that's not really mentioned in the movies, and I love it. So I bet this is like a radio personality on the HoloNet. Do they do it in KOTOR HoloNet? Emails and stuff?
No.
Damn.
But I mean, I guess it's just like a different version of the title cards, like introducing each of the movies and.
I believe a squad of bombers can outmaneuver their ion weapon. Our target will be the bridge and General Grievous.
It's crazy. Like, I'm just realizing how devastating this war was, and it's just started.
We destroy Grievous, we can bring the war to a quicker end. Pilots, prepare your bombers.
And that's why he killed Dooku.
Yeah.
Our boy Annie just wants the war to be over. He really wants it done.
Yeah.
He does lead by example.
That's cute.
The devastation, like even just like this, this war went on for years. Like they're already talking about how desperately they want it to end.
Yes.
I don't think that it's easy to see like how devastating they are in the movies. So I'm grateful for this series.
He wasn't coughing before though, or maybe it just didn't show it.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't talk enough. Because all we really heard was him roaring and yelling.
I learned more about General Grievous to give some context from Revenge of the Sith novel, and he's crazy. So we both know more about him.
Evil, yeah.
And now he was meshed together, and it's like Darth Vader and Anakin.
Yeah.
Because he was like a certain type of species, and then they meshed him with like casings.
This is a lot more fun when they're not shooting back. I still can't seem to hit anything.
I feel like
Battle
they
droids
just
are expensive. The Jedi are harsh with their clone.
The care these Jedi show for their troops is a weakness.
A weakness we shall continue to exploit. The Republic's secret Outer Rim medical station.
No, Dooku. Dooku.
No.
We'll do them a favor and put them out of their misery.
60,000?
I mean, he would probably like to be put out of his misery too, and I think that's why Dooku said it like that. We'll put them out of their misery.
I have a reputation to uphold.
You do, and you're not doing well mentally. But Darth Vader was the same too. He didn't really want. He didn't want to be alive.
You'll be
He
my
didn't want to live.
He's ruthless.
Somebody's got to watch my back.
Yeah.
But I so enjoy your company, my Padawan.
Just
Aww.
you don't like my flying.
Well, no, it's not that.
That's cute.
I will come along and fly fighter escort.
Any help is welcome, Master Plo.
Nice.
See, he likes his flying.
Your ship has already been prepped.
She loves him. It's so cute how like Obi-Wan's not the best flyer, and then Anakin is the best, and then it's like a back and forth, and then Luke is also an amazing pilot.
Yeah.
Shadow 4 standing by.
Shadow 5 standing by.
I know, R2-y. This is gonna be a tough one.
Cut the chatter, Ahsoka.
Shut the fuck up, Ahsoka. Me as a babysitter. No, I'm just kidding.
You are cleared for hyperspace jump.
Admiral Yularen.
Thanks,
I
Admiral.
love him.
All right.
Great voice.
Yeah.
They told me this ship was fast.
He's a grumpy man.
I think
Very
he's
scared.
in a lot of pain, and he's always sick, and he literally can't feel love, support, empathy. Like,
None of it.
it's just pain and anger.
Copy that, Shadow 2.
Does anyone care what the
Beautiful
Padawan thinks?
nav never.
Of
Yes,
course
girl.
we care, Snips. But we're still going through that nebula.
Thanks, R2-y.
Yeah, R2's like, I'm with you.
And she's the only one that calls him R2-y.
That is
It's
so
cute.
fucking cute. If they do that in the show with Rosario Dawson, if R2 shows up and she says R2, I will die.
Yeah.
I will die.
It's those little details that make Star Wars so special.
Yes.
The way
the
that
little
they...
relationships.
Yeah.
Nickname, snips.
We will have to move the patient in stable condition first. The more critically injured
So
will
horrible.
have to
Yeah.
wait.
I wonder if her species, like, if they all are nurses or doulas or like medical.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
interested.
keep your eyes on my thruster, Shadow 2.
On your what?
Grievous is like Netanyahu,
On your
like
what?
purposefully
I was
hunting
thinking
down
that.
like hurt people and stuff.
And that's why.
Skywalker is right, Ahsoka. Clear
Oh,
your
pilot
mind, young
lessons.
one, and you will see the path.
Right now, I can't see anything at all.
She's such a teenager.
And he's just like, it's very Luke too, trying to learn how to be a Jedi on like just on the cranky ship.
Yeah.
But you're so right, and that's why they're so tired of this war, because they're not playing by war rules.
No.
They're doing crazy crimes.
And that's basically what like the IOF leaders sound like. They're
Yep.
like, we want to maximize casualties.
Yes.
Our ship is unstoppable.
Skywalker is leading the mission. Do not underestimate him.
If anything, it is Skywalker who will underestimate this ship and its power.
I don't think so.
The Pilots used to talk about it on Tatooine.
Smuggler's route? Huh. That makes me feel better.
Skywalker, Balmora is the nesting ground of the giant Nebre mantis.
Another? Another!
What are they?
Make evasive action!
Oh my god! Oh! Whoa!
I love them.
That's so beautiful. It's like an ocean in space.
I'm okay. I got it.
Nice.
These things are gonna make a meal out of us.
Calm down.
It's Shadow Squadron. They're the best flyers in the whole platoon. No.
That one looks hungry.
Nah, it's just smiling at you.
No.
Wow, guys. Whoa.
Let's hope your shortcut paid off.
The medical station reports 50% of patients evacuated.
That's not good enough. They'll never be finished before the enemy arrives.
Thank you for caring about the clones.
Yeah,
Thank
guys.
You.
Target the transport.
No.
I want every single ship destroyed.
That's just pure evil. Good God.
Launch the ion cannon and prepare to fire.
But sir, our fighters will be caught in the blast.
Fire at my command.
Like just the juxtaposition of even one loss of a plane, a ship, whatever, from Plo Koon pointing out that it's one step closer to failure versus Grievous just like I don't care. Then they go down, and it's like so opposite.
Yeah.
You can make it, Matchstick. Hang on.
No.
He turned into a
No.
There has to be casualties. There just has to.
Yeah, it's just so sad.
It's really sad. And the only reason it's sad is because the show is doing a good job of making us care about them. That's really sad.
Even just giving them a name, like not.
And we'll never see Matchstick again because we're watching in chronological.
It looks as though Skywalker has failed. He's lost almost half his ships. We should go, madam.
I will stay.
Oh.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You have feelings?
I think they got like half humor training.
Some
like half of it.
Master, you can make it, but everyone else is getting shot down.
That's a good point.
And he's acting like Grievous.
Yeah.
If we can do enough damage, the weapon may overload when Grievous tries to fire.
Very nice. I love that he listens.
Yeah.
And that when he turns into, when Anakin is gone, he doesn't listen to anyone.
No.
When it's Darth Vader.
All reason is.
Yeah.
It's like Luke shooting the weapon itself.
Oh, yeah. That is so crazy. You're right. And in the snowy place with the tall guys.
Yeah.
How he maneuvered
the
that.
AT-ATs.
Yeah.
Fire!
Aha. Eat Dookie.
He even fell over.
She's a little smirk.
Yeah.
Good work, Shadow Squadron.
Nice job, Ahsoka.
Oh.
And it was if she wasn't there, like
I know.
Would Anakin have listened?
We've lost both primary weapons. The hyperdrive has been disabled.
We'll take it from here. But don't worry. We'll call when we need you.
Okay, so maybe that'll be the third episode.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan almost getting Grievous.
Well, and like remember Anakin and Grievous meet for the first time in person.
Yeah.
In episode 3, which is
right. Anakin, though.
Yeah, so they keep like barely missing each other. I just love that respect of the continuity.
Yes.
Your leadership skills are most impressive.
You didn't do so bad yourself.
Excuse me? I believe it was my suggestion to change the plan.
That's kind of true, Snips.
From a certain point of view.
That is so Jedi. Obi-Wan.
From a certain point of view.
Obi-Wan being like, it's true in a way.
But I also can't take the lives I lost lightly.
I lost lightly.
Your master is a very curious Jedi.
He is one of a kind.
That's sweet. I love that shot. I love that shot. I appreciated that episode. I forget.
I also appreciated that episode. It was, well, yeah, just focusing on.
Oh, I remember
the
what
way
I was
that
gonna
they
say.
so carefully just and efficiently create characters is pretty unmatched.
I'm really appreciating how they are building up the war and all of the heavy choices that they have to make, and of course it's relevant to real life because there are people that are similar to General Grievous and Dooku and Sidious. Let us not forget who's really behind the scenes and approving all of this or thinking of it, who just have no respect for, like, I'd rather there not be a war, but also if there's gonna be one, only targeting military ships and sites, like all of that. And I think there's been so many people throughout history and in real life that are like in current times that are like General Grievous and just so aggressive and I guess you can get so far if you're just like fire, just like burning. And I think he's really, really, really in pain. And that's not to excuse it, but he's also a creation by the Sith.
I think he's also just like, what if, dictators were honest?
Yeah, exactly. Just like admit
people, if you remove all the human trappings, you're left with this monster, this beast that just can't feel anything, and his goal is to maximize casualties. It's a really accurate representation of a lot of military leaders.
Yes, and like a
government.
very, very, very toxic, dangerous nation or group, or like, and in Sidious, like Palpatine, Dooku, and Grievous are like a perfect representation of that because they have different people, like the people who try to put on a good face, like Palpatine, the dual, like, no, we care about this, and don't admit anything. Dooku is like a fall from grace. He's like, maybe, I don't know. I just feel like they show, those are great epitomes of diabolical dictator.
And it shows just how evil Palpatine is too, because to know that this war, like, he's the reason for it starting, he's also the reason for it ending, and then after, you just get the fucking Galactic Empire. Yeah. Like, it's so much loss, so devastating.
And he knows how it's crushing their souls. Yeah. He knows, he witnesses it firsthand. It's crushing the Jedi and the clones. Like, he knows they're losing hope. And they want it to end. They really want it to be over. And I think we can all relate to that, whether or not you're directly affected by a war or conflict or a genocide like that. It's just like, please, can this be done? Can there be justice? And it's interesting because in the Revenge of the Sith novelization, I think Palpatine puts this thought in Anakin's head, and I think he's kind of working on the Jedi like that. I'm like, how much is he blocking?
Yeah.
How much of like Mace and Yoda? Because sometimes Yoda, he gets a little confused. I'm just interested in that. I'm a little interested, and not to like excuse their mistakes or whatever, but I'm like, he's so manipulative. He uses all of his force powers into mind tricks.
Well, yeah, and he sees that strength in Anakin early on, that strength of emotion, of empathy.
Yeah.
And is able to appeal to that and use it, and I think use that desperation to end the war and make him the one that like witnesses and has to be directly responsible for decisions that lead to mass loss of life.
Exactly.
Like, hey, I've seen how you handle this. You're gonna want it to be over.
Lightly either.
And it just makes so much sense why he would turn at that point.
And to finish my thought, what I was saying is, no, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
He kills Dooku, like right before he enters the chamber in Revenge of the Sith. He just has this vision of killing Dooku and the war being over and being so full of light and just free because it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And I think that part of that is a valid just feeling of wanting violence and horrific stuff to be over and the bad guys to be, facing justice.
Yeah.
The other is Palpatine pushing that, because I do think that Palpatine was also doing the Padme visions. I think Palpatine can, this is just my theory so far, but especially with that, like if you kill this man, the war is over and everything's full of light. This will do it.
Well, in visions,
it's not true. It's not a prophecy. And can you imagine if Qui-Gon was around for him, because he would be able to teach him how to distinguish prophecy from like fake shit.
That's the thing with visions and dreams. The Jedi Council at this point has been extremely dismissive of like prophecy and dreams, visions, because it's an extremely rare thing, and a vision that is so clear is considered a gift from the Force. Like Qui-Gon didn't believe, like he was interested and curious about visions, but he didn't believe in prophecy and vision until he had one. And like, you don't know about it yet, but that's the reason why he believes so much in the prophecy. And Anakin is one of the few Jedi that actually has premonitions and sees visions, and they're so dismissed. They're seen as kooky and like against
like Yoda
Jedi
and Mace?
code. Yes, they dismiss, like Mace is one of the worst.
I
Mace
imagine.
no,
he has some darkness in him. I feel that
like
so
Grievous. He's
hard.
a lot like Grievous.
No, and like I did a lightsaber color quiz. If you want to just like open the door,
yeah, I think I'm gonna have
to feed them.
But
like if you just listen to me, I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
But Mace, I did a lightsaber color quiz. Yeah, it's 10 minutes past dinner time. It's 8:40 exactly. He's very upset that we are 10 minutes late. Oh!
He smells like maple
And
syrup.
then he goes, we gave them a bath last night. He goes on camera and he's like the cutest little baby, never doing anything wrong. And it said, I learned something about like to be able to create a purple one, you have to have some red. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I think like we also saw that with Mace when he was just like, oh, they're dead. There's like there's no helping them. Just jumping straight to that. And even, you know, I agree with him killing Palpatine, but I almost think like Palpatine was antagonizing him to do it. Like I think Palpatine considered all of this. Like Anakin needs to see the Jedi kill me, or like try to kill me. To, you know, he's just so scared.
Well, and Mace specifically.
Yes.
Mace is one of the biggest detractors.
Right.
And Mace is like everything that Anakin hates about the Jedi Order.
Right.
And that people like Qui-Gon hated about the Jedi Order.
It upsets me so much because like how I guess if you're that accustomed to being in power, everything's fine, peace. You know, is that the High Republic? I'm not sure. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like Yoda and Mace and all of them kind of, and even Plo, you know, just like sinking into the way of things. And then Qui-Gon comes around and he's like, well, I really like these dreams are significant. And Yoda's like, I don't like you.
If he is
me too.
Not that.
Yeah.
Because he reminds me of Qui-Gon a lot.
And I get it. And Qui-Gon also, like, I do not relate to him because he also needs to be balanced.
Mm-hmm.
He just does. And I think Obi-Wan was a great Padawan for him. I think Anakin would have been great too. It just, like, really makes me upset that he doesn't have that guidance, because it would have helped him so much with Palpatine. I feel like Qui-Gon was made for a Sith like Palpatine. I don't know if any Sith has been so duplicitous before and so mentally focused on manipulation. It's so, like, we see a lot of full force power machines, like,
well, and especially Qui-Gon,
violence, and
knowing
Palpatine's so different.
Knowing that Qui-Gon also like defeated death and is kind of like floating around in the Force right now, I'm wondering if there is kind of a suppression or some sort of, is Qui-Gon's energy, he's probably trying to reach out to Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Then
and
why would Palpatine not seek Qui-Gon out? Oh, so you think maybe Qui-Gon is like haunting Palpatine a little bit?
I think Palpatine probably knew Qui-Gon could carry on because he knew about the defeating death and stuff.
Palpatine did. Tell what you said about you hear Qui-Gon's voice in one scene.
Oh yeah, in
in
Attack of the Clones, when Anakin is attacking the Sand People, you can hear Qui-Gon's voice say, "Anakin, no, Anakin, no."
When he told me that yesterday, I think I died.
And I mean, this isn't too much of a spoiler, but in the Brotherhood book, Anakin talks about he's purposefully ignoring this presence that he recognizes as Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan is doing the same because it's like a grief thing.
When was that written?
It was written in 2009.
Qui-Gon's like, they're still not fucking listening to me. I'm literally a ghost right now, and you guys won't open up your minds. I've been trying to tell you.
And it's the council. It's the council that's just like they forgot the living force. There's the force, and then there's the living force. The force, everything that's between everything else.
I feel like you're so dogmatic.
Right well, this is like literally saved my life. Star Wars
should
is
do like Star Wars church.
We
literally.
should. It's just
it's like the Holy Spirit and like how it gets tangled and misrepresented.
And it's you can see this line of thinking that carries. It starts with Dooku, because Dooku asks questions. He's very like anti-dogma. He's
so if
like,
it was a tree, it would be like Dooku and Qui-Gon are on the same path, and then Qui-Gon goes like more Jedi, like down that way.
But they both are doubting.
Yes, and so it's like on this horizontal line.
And Qui-Gon's other, and Dooku's other apprentice was the same, Rail, who's his other. You'll learn about Master and Apprentice.
So General Grievous is a Sith, but he's not a. No, he's not
a Sith.
Okay,
he's just a general.
Okay,
who
cool.
has like Dooku kind of trains him a little bit.
So
Jedi
a Sith
stuff.
Empire would look like 2 Siths. And then the rest are just serving them in different ways.
That's the Inquisition. That's they're all former Jedi.
And like assassins, like Mara Jade. And I learned about her just briefly in the extended universe, and I'm really depressed that that is not canon, but it could be.
It could be canon to you.
I'm not gonna have. No, it is canon for me. She exists. She married Luke.
It's like all the Batman stories. Like there's so many different Batman stories.
I fucking love her, but she's Palpatine's. Supposedly, she was his secret assassin. So I'm like, why can't it be canon? I know you went a different way with Luke and being a hermit and stuff, but it still could be canon. Because she's so secretive, and she's an assassin, and then like trained in the dark side, and then went to kill Luke, and then he trained her. They fell in love, and he trained her how to be a Jedi. And I'm like, that is the best like kind of flipperoo. But I don't know anything about how the Empire ruled, like how the dark side ruled.
Like
I'm very interested
in the Old Republic.
I guess I don't know. I know that
Empire.
Right? Yes. Before
it was a bunch more Sith.
Was it like the Death Star? Oh,
it was like
so. What happened?
Sith,
what's the
Sith and the Jedi? Like that was Darth Malik. Okay. No, not Darth Malik. Darth Bane. I think.
Well, I know there's a Darth in KOTOR.
Because
KOTOR is the Old Republic, right?
Yes, and it's like
so
right.
Darths.
It was just like right after the Rule of Two had begun.
Wait, rule of two.
The Rule of Two, like they're the rulers. They're the actual Sith, and there can be Force sensitives underneath them, but they're not actual Sith.
What does Sith mean?
I don't know.
Okay,
it's like the top of the dark, like the masters of the dark side. There are only ever 2.
And is that intuitively what happens with the dark side, or that's something they created?
It's something they created, because there always has to be a master and then an apprentice a master to wield the power and apprentice to crave it.
Doesn't Tyrannus isn't that 2? Tyranny. Isn't Latin or something like that?
No, prefix? That's duo. Tyr is like, it's like war.
Oh yeah, because Tyr is the god of war.
Yeah, Tyrannus.
No, I love it. It's literally like I'm going to church. 3, 2, 1, go. And I don't want anyone saying like I totally consent to this information. It makes me more excited. There's so much I don't know still, and I found out about
And it's only as good as those.
I found out about Mara Jade by accident, and I'm just really good. I'll probably forget shit he says.
Yeah. But
So
it's just
don't
like
worry.
you see the through line of Dooku questioning to Qui-Gon questioning to Anakin questioning. And then the other line, which is like...
And even Luke questioning.
Yeah.
Like, Luke was like, what is going on? And I was with him.
And Obi-Wan, like, thinks to question, but he trusts the orders so much that he doesn't follow through with his questions.
Well, he got the kind of... I don't know enough about him, but it sounds like he got a pretty good training. Full training from the Jedi. He had a great master.
Yep.
And it's like someone who has a really good childhood who, yes, has struggles, but like...
Yep.
It's like they have that safety net.
And
Why
he
would
knows he's
question?
wrong about it. Like,
Yes.
he thinks about it. He admits
No
it to
one's
himself.
perfect.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
We must summon reinforcements.
That's why I'm here, Master Plo.
It's like religious faith. You're desperate to believe in what you believe in.
And there's some really cool descriptions in the novel of how Obi-Wan uses the Force. And not only is he so naturally talented, he's really developed that skill.
Yeah.
All ships target the bridge.
I love a little red in his hair.
I appreciate Obi-Wan's voice actor so much.
He
so
kills
much.
it.
General, I have arranged a trap which will give you an advantage over the Jedi.
This guy's perfect Dooku, too.
Do not compound your failure this day by allowing our prize warship to fall. The important galactic senator. With her as your hostage, they will call off.
Padme!
If Anakin knew how Palpatine was using
The information from Chancellor Palpatine is reliable.
C-3PO,
It was
knew
secretly
it.
given to him by the supreme executive of the banking clan himself.
Great Natalie Portman impression, too.
That's a droid warship.
He knew. C-3PO.
I love that she just, like, didn't really even flinch. She was
I
just
know.
like, okay, interesting.
If Anakin knew how Palpatine was using Padme like this,
Yeah. And I mean, how's he going to explain
well,
this?
he killed him. He threw him. He got his revenge at the end.
Naboo ship?
Gunners, stand down.
He's like, oh no.
So he has to act cool here too.
Ahsoka, contact that ship.
And Obi-Wan can feel his panic. Like, anytime Padme's brought up,
This is Senator Amidala.
he knows.
What are you doing out here?
Padme?
And he
Well,
loses
they could
his
be
cool.
friends, special friends.
Activate the tractor beam.
Tractor beam.
I will not be made a separatist bargaining chip.
Mm-hmm.
Continue your attack.
Oh.
You must destroy this monstrous ship.
I love her. I love her so much. Ooh, the
Admiral,
fist.
order our ships to stop firing.
Honey.
To calm himself, he had
Yeah.
to recenter.
That's an attachment right
Ponderously
there.
rub my beard. Should I say something to Anakin about this?
No.
This whole thing was a trap, and I'm afraid I walked right into it.
But what about...
I think they just think Palpatine's a stupid old man. I don't know.
Or that he, like... Yeah, he believed
He
the
was
info was
tricked,
real.
yes.
Yeah. He's so smart, and I
Oh.
hate it.
Ooh, cool music. Also, I learned that basically Anakin presented C-3PO to Padme as a gift. And she presented R2 after like the first two movies, prequels, as a gift. And it's like really cute. Just who accompanies who. It's so sweet.
And they were like a wedding present to
Yes.
each other.
Looks like the engines are set to destroy themselves.
Get out of my way.
Hey, that's just rude.
Yeah, it is.
Watch what you're doing with that thing.
Sound the alarm.
Just fly there, land, hope they don't spot us, and walk in the door.
Basically.
Oh, brilliant. Let's get going.
No, you can tell he loves it though. That's the thing with Obi-Wan. Like he wouldn't go if he genuinely didn't want to.
Yeah.
But he's like, okay, let's go.
And
And he has this air of it's all cool, it's fine. But I think he actually is worried about Padme too. I think he's worried about Anakin, and he also it's fun for him.
And there's
It's
certain
fun.
situations he knows, like
This is serious.
in like panic situations, Anakin can
Mess up.
not
Or no,
mess up.
or the
He
opposite.
can come up with really good ideas. He can get them out of sticky situations.
Yep.
where Obi-Wan needs a little more mental clarity.
Bring them to me.
Roger, Roger.
Roger Grievous. That's my headcanon now, that they say Roger Roger because Roger, it's a Grievous.
Roger
Grievous.
But if his alien species was like a lizard and his name is Roger?
I just
okay, no,
it's funny in my head. So.
No, it is funny.
It sounded like a ship docking at one of the emergency airlocks. Your circuits are loose. No one's crazy enough to do that.
Anakin, you're crazy.
I knew it! It's them! Oh no.
I live for this content.
Another bold strategy by Skywalker, I presume.
That's my master.
Oh.
We found the Senator. I'm patching her through.
Padme!
Anakin!
Are you alright? Where are you?
They're just really good friends.
Senator!
Great pals.
I'll be there.
I want that Senator on this bridge.
Okay. I don't think you do though, because she's something. She's a force
Yeah.
to be reckoned with. She's the force to be reckoned with.
She's here, Master. I sense it.
his face. Watch what you're saying, my guy.
Yeah, parkour. This is not the first time he's been pushed onto him.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh my gosh, cute.
Aww.
They love each other or something.
They do.
Jump to me! I'll use the Force. You have to trust me.
Ooh,
Oh.
trust jump.
She's like, okay.
Oh.
I'll fetch the droid.
He's just like, nice catch. Okay, we can hug now.
Oh, tunnel.
Oh, no.
Obi-Wan.
Stop me, please.
That's not good.
What?
Someone stop this contraption, please!
Please. Oh.
It's your best buddy. He stopped it for you.
Suppose I did ask for that.
Yes, you did. You did. They were just answering your request. Oh.
Hello there.
Surrounded. Okay. Yep. Oh. What? So he does that because he.
What a I love that little throw in.
You haven't exactly impressed me today.
I love that shit.
Hello there.
Kill. He's like the happiest interacting with the Jedi.
And he just ends up in this
He's like
situation
fun.
so many times where he's just surrounded by everything.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Precision.
Oh my god, I love that.
Control.
And this is similar to the fight. Yeah, he's using the droids. I love him. He uses the environment so much, and then when he gets Grievous, that's exactly what he does.
I love reading also how Jedi deal with blaster bolts because they see them coming before they're shot. They know
so
the
cool.
trajectory, so that's why
because
they
it
know.
needs that momentum. If it's gonna go that fast, you could probably sense the buildup if you're force sensitive.
I suppose you have a plan.
Follow me.
I bet she and Obi-Wan vent over his plans.
Probably.
Oh.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
R2?
Oh, my, you are a sight for short circuits.
Nice.
That is really cute.
Ever since I've known you, you've been playing with droids.
Aww.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, he got his lightsabers out. His
He
collection.
only has 2 at this point.
General Grievous just has a special interest, okay? He likes collecting it. Yeah, he needs his belt.
Well, I guess we gotta see how he gets them. And
That's
he
gonna
gets
suck.
so many. And none of them are red.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I love you. I worship you. I love him. He just literally goes with the flow.
And he loves chopping things in half.
I suggest we stay here and let Master Anakin find us.
3PO, what are you doing? Don't just stand there. Let's get back to the ship.
It's so cute. Yeah! Perfect! That's the best version of the Force when it all aligns.
Team.
Go team.
Bye, bitches.
I'm so glad also because I was like kind of sad when it was just like right away she was pregnant. I'm so glad we just get to see her in action, like helping with the war, being a part of the war.
Yeah.
And it's not like he didn't see her that whole time because she was very active.
Time for some clever tricks, Anakin.
Let me do a spin. Let me do a barrel roll.
Now this is pod racing.
No, we have guns. You can shoot back anytime.
I was just about to.
I got it.
Oh, Leia. It's like
they're like
Leia.
Han, Luke, and Leia too. Like
she seems to know her way around.
Threesome? I think they...
No.
I feel like... No. Let me have my thoughts.
You can have them. I'm just going to let you know how I feel about them.
Okay, well, I can't even finish. I'm sure the three of them did, though.
Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme.
Finished.
Separately, on their own time.
I'm just teasing him at this point, but it is an interesting thought.
No.
I thought the hyperdrive was fixed.
The Navic computer is heading us right into the moon.
Dooku, you've been lifting weights? You're so broad.
General.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna die, Anakin!
I imagine you had something to do with that.
All part of the plan, Master.
Oh.
Yeah, go team.
That was awesome. I loved that one. That was like one of my favorite Clone Wars episodes.
Oh, so
Simply
good.
because I love Padme. I love that we get to see her active. And, you know, obviously when she was pregnant, it was just like, it's twins. And she was too busy being beautiful to like do anything.
Yeah.
So I love the dynamic. I love that we also get more Obi-Wan, Padme, Anakin, because just even reading the Revenge of the Sith, and also probably I've gotten hints from what you've said and you've read, like the three of them are very close. And I mentioned my friend Gabby, who was there when we got legally married. She was there when we first met. Not when we first met, but when we were like, except the other people getting married.
Right.
She was there like before we even got together. And she spoke at our wedding and stuff. And like the dynamic the three of us have is really like, I value it a lot, and just like growing up together. And it's just it's a very cute dynamic. It really is.
I love it. It's
and also I do think that as she knows her way around is like, it's like, oh, she's smart and she's capable. Like, I think she's like your kind of woman.
Yeah.
I think that they're gonna tease each other because Obi-Wan knows. He doesn't know the extent of it, but like,
and he's seen some of her capabilities. Like he saw her like break her handcuffs because she snuck the pin in, and he saw.
But that was
her,
in the
like,
third one, or
in the second one.
Oh,
he
okay.
saw her like in the arena. Like he knows. It's just like, I wonder if it was like she knows her way around this ship, and she knows how to shoot
blasters. Yes.
Like not just like gun blasters, like a freaking like a cannon.
No, exactly. And I think it was just like, what a cute little, because if I know anything, like Obi-Wan is very flirty, and he flirts with Ventress and like pretty much everyone. Sometimes I feel like he's flirting with Anakin. It's just like a cute, like, I don't know. And so I think he's just impressed by her. I think he also loves her.
Yeah.
But I love seeing Anakin and Padme together, because something really saddening to me about the way the prequels worked was it felt like they had no time together.
Yeah.
And of course it wasn't even barely enough time that they got together. At least we get to see some of the in-between and the experiences and memories that they have, and the way that their relationship grew.
And why he loved her enough to become Darth Vader.
Yes.
Like, and I know that's what a lot of people had problem with the prequels is that his turn felt so quick, and so like they didn't believe in their relationship necessarily, even though I thought the few scenes we got in Revenge of the Sith were enough to show how in love they were. But it is pretty special that we get to see like what makes their relationship special.
And there's nothing, and I wouldn't criticize the prequels for that, honestly. I think that this is a beautiful way of telling a story, because I feel like Natalie Portman and Hayden, they just knocked it out of the park with their chemistry, and like the relationship was established, and it's on the viewers to like understand. And if you're very intellectual or analytical, then you're gonna be like, oh, it feels too quick. But if you're more intuitive and emotional, and also in like a relationship where it makes sense, I never questioned it. I only questioned like, how did he bond with the Chancellor that fast?
Yeah.
But then they can kind of like repair it in the books, or like at least extend upon it in the extended universe.
Yeah.
Where like I did not realize that Palpatine was Anakin's best friend. He said Obi-Wan and Palpatine are my two best friends in the world.
They would hang out like no other. Palpatine wouldn't hang out with any other Jedi. It was just like,
why are you hanging out with a boy, you fucking
He's a groomer. He's a groomer.
So gross. But I'm also like, I'm very interested.
He also
in learning about him.
He's insane. Well, he's not insane. He's very smart, very in control, he's just an evil man who is brilliant and has no
his
moral
performance
compass.
in Revenge of the Sith was so good, because it was like he had been bottling that up for so long. Yeah, and he just was free to be as ugly as he
unlimited power, like you've seen. I created an army. I made a war happen. I destroyed the Jedi Order.
Yep. And like that's what confuses me too, because at what point, I wonder if Ahsoka maybe picks up on Palpatine, or someone picks up on Palpatine and shit goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because where was Ahsoka with Order 66?
I know, and that has to be like,
because she's still a youngling.
The
at
reason
that point.
for her not being around, or like she's his. I mean, she's a Padawan at this point.
Oh,
like,
so she wouldn't be there. Okay, I see.
But
where was she?
I mean, she would,
It's just
because Padawans are in the war. They fight in the war.
But like,
it's like that's why she was in battle with Anakin. I just wonder why, and why she's not there, and if it's another reason Anakin like loses, like
because she is a great like voice of reason to him. Oh, that's so sad to think about. That is so sad.
Like the only person he trained, like.
Oh, if she had been in that room.
Yeah.
And like the cool thing about that is they can, because Ahsoka didn't exist at that point. So like, or at least the character wasn't formed when George made Revenge of the Sith. But like the cool thing is there's so many possibilities that they could fill in the blanks of like where she went, why she went. And did Palpatine purposely get Ahsoka out? Like, did Palpatine understand that relationship? You know, like, was he jealous? Was he weirdly proud? Was he trying to get in on it? Like that he's the grandpa or some shit? Like, I think Ahsoka, but you're so right. That's a great point. Ahsoka is like already such an advocate for Anakin, and also like a voice of reason, and like a really good balance for him, because she can
also
check
like
him.
A mirror for him in many ways, because she's just as impulsive and also as like talky backy as he is. Like,
what about like, what if he actually did encounter her? And they can like add it in.
I'm probably gonna find out before,
because I would love to see that.
I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. But I would just say like that would be so fucking cool to see if she's like a little bit older and like really trained, and then she has to fight Darth Vader, what that fight would look like, because it would be different from Obi-Wan's. And like maybe he really cannot kill her, and we'll see. It's just so fascinating to me, and I love this kind of storytelling. The hello there.
Yeah.
That's just so cool. It feels like, oh, we got let in on a little secret.
It's just like, it's a little nod to fans, because like if you hadn't seen Revenge of the Sith, that would have just been. Hello? It's just a line.
And it shows how petty he is, like how snarky, but also like he has fun with it. That's something that like Obi-Wan and Yoda they just like have fun with the battle. Like he was literally surrounded from everywhere, and he just I read it in the book. He goes into the Force and he becomes like one with the Force and goes into everything and then controls everything.
And it was a skill he had to find. Like
Qui-Gon taught him that. Yeah.
And
it's so cool.
It's so cool.
And his fighting style, I really do love him. I love, like, it feels very Buddhist, feels very Jedi, the way it's described. The writers of these books do such a good job of explaining it. And before anyone's like, well, you're not taking the canon. Trust me, I've learned about the canon tier list. I saw the video, Samuel L. Jackson being like, I want a purple one. And George Lucas being like, no, it's only red for bad guys and blue or green for good guys. And Samuel L. Jackson just being like, I want purple. And George is just like, fair enough. Then you'll get purple. And then if you think about like the lore and how Mace's character grew because of his idea to have a purple lightsaber.
I know, and
it's amazing.
What it means for anyone else with a purple lightsaber.
It's a collaboration. Like he loves it. Mark Hamill says he calls fucking George Lucas all the time and just like ask questions.
And I think like all of these authors probably consult with him.
No, they have to.
They have to. And I know that there's a lot of pressure writing for Star Wars. I imagine like
they literally
you've got to
meet
get
for
it right.
coffee.
Yeah. I don't. It's just this is the best universe ever. It's
And
my
he says
favorite
yes
thing.
or no.
Yeah.
Not for Disney, but before then, with all of the books, like Legends, he signed off on everything at one point.
Well, that's the reason why that's one of the bigger reasons he decided to make the prequels, like actually make them, is because like the renewed interest with the Thrawn trilogy, the original Thrawn trilogy.
Seriously?
Yeah, Heir to the Empire, and he was like, well, I can use some of this information they came up with. We can fill in the blanks.
Oh my god!
And then he made the prequels, and then that led to more stuff, and now like there's so much media coming out, but it's written by Star Wars fans and you're getting all these really good writers like Marjorie Liu, who wrote Monstrous. She wrote a Han Solo arc. She wrote that's what I just got. Han Solo. No, it's a different Han Solo.
Okay.
But they're just and like Charles Soule, he's really well known.
Okay.
They're all really well known,
and they just love it. They love it.
And I think they want to get it right. So it's like a perfect time to become a Star Wars fan because like since. I mean, there have always been comics, but especially since like 2019, there have been so many books coming out.
And then also Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Like, I know the concept of Jedi Fallen Order because like I knew I would be spoiled, and like Caleb just told me a brief thing. Like he escaped from Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
That's why no one can tell me that Mara Jade could never be canon, because what? Like they said it was supposed to be that every youngling in Order 66, like they were dead.
But of course,
and they just added survivors. Yes, you can add anything you want. And the canon tier list that I really liked, I think it's on Wikipedia. It's like George Lucas is whatever he made is like top. Yeah. But then anything he approves and signed off on, because like the way that they described it is like they'll meet for coffee and they'll go through everything and he'll say, no, that couldn't happen. So he will nix things, just random stuff like that. And people get confused because they think that George Lucas doesn't like Mara Jade's character. He didn't like the way she was presented on the cover of the novel, so it's not even true. And also the Mandalorian writers, I think, is it Jon Favreau?
Yeah, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
They love the books. They love the Thrawn trilogy.
I've watched the first 2 Mandalorian seasons.
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm very excited. I didn't watch them.
I'm gonna love them even more now because now I have all this. Like I cannot get into. It's hard for me to get into anything that's not Star Wars right now.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I'm playing KOTOR. I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order. I'm reading all these books. Like we're gonna have so much information, and
you get to read comics with me.
Yeah, and
maybe after this because I'm very excited.
I'm just gonna unload as I'm able.
I love it. It's like you took your traumatic evangelical Christianity trauma memories and you made it into like Star Wars preaching.
Star Wars
because the way that you talk about it so passionately and like especially Qui-Gon.
He's my favorite. I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Yeah.
I have a console. I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Consultation. Stop saying console.
Consultation. Qui-Gon and Darth Maul here, and then I think I want it to be like a bunch of different iconic battles.
That's
from from
That'll look
fandoms,
so cool.
like just scattered, like
Yeah.
including like Obi-Wan and Anakin. And,
Yeah,
like,
but if
Anyway.
genuinely if you don't like how we're going about this, that's fine. I'm just gonna say, like, don't complain or cry about it, because just move on. Like, you don't have to watch our stuff. Like, I really like this. I really like talking with Caleb about stuff he's learned, and you have one person who really doesn't mind too much about like extra information. Don't spoil major plot points, of course, but that's him. And then you have me, where it's like I'm getting things very slowly, and you know, if I find something or stumble upon something, I'm gonna educate myself, because you just things are unavoidable. So just be patient with us, and I know most of you guys are like excited about it. Like, people are like, Caleb, play this, Caleb, read this.
Well, and people that obsess over the order in which you consume things, it's like, if you see this and that's something that you feel inclined to do, like, I can respect the intention. You want to like perfect someone's experience, but also know that like we all go about consuming this media in different ways. The Force is guiding us. You found media in different order than other people did. It's all going to be there, and just because it's not in an order that you deem like correct or ideal, it does not lessen the impact of the material. And like, we will always, if we care about something and it's obvious that we really care about Star Wars, we're going to dive into it and have thoughts that some thoughts are going to make a lot of sense, some thoughts you're going to disagree with, and like be like, that's insane, but just know
this is just our space to talk about it and explore it. And sometimes we're wrong, and it's great. Like, I was I was wrong about Yoda, and I'm still learning. Like, just, I don't know, it's actually really funny when I was crying about Yoda and being like, I'm sorry.
Well, it's like at that point he's like, he's recovering from PTSD and shit, like the biggest failure of his life. So it makes sense. Like, you didn't know that it was the biggest failure of his life.
If I think about it, I will cry.
It's just like, it's so sad.
The show. But I get this a lot on my gaming channels too. Like, I'm playing Portal right now, and people are just like, how could you not understand this thing? Or like, with Marvel, we watched Black Widow a little bit earlier, and we have this inside joke within the community. If you know, you know. What do you get at the Bronx Deli? Orange drink and a small bag of chips. If you know, you know. It's Jayla, sorry. I keep quoting her and no one has any idea what I'm talking about. I believe in hummingbirds.
That's where my hair like this.
But yeah.
I think when I was a
little girl running up and down the block
in the Bronx. Crazy little girl. Crazy little girl.
But I'm used to it. There's an inside joke where someone, it's not inside, but this guy got mad because we watched Black Widow a few movies too early. We didn't watch the end credits scene. We still have to. And he was just like, this is where I take my leave, or something. Like, it was so dramatic.
You ruined Marvel for me.
Yeah, no, he literally just said like, oh, you watched it out of order? This is where I must take my leave.
Okay, bye.
Best of luck to you with your incorrect order. So now we always quote that. It's funny. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our tier 4 patron, John G. Robinson.
Thank you, John.
And all, Roger. And all our other patrons and channel members, thank you for being patient with us. I think it timed relatively well because we watched 3 episodes just now.
Yeah.
And in the past we would watch like an episode a week, so like actually wasn't that bad. So
perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we just let us know what you think, and also if there's any Star Wars comics you would like me to read on stream or for us to talk about,
or books. Like I have a list, but I want every piece of Star Wars media like ever. So
yeah,
if there's anything you know about that I don't,
well, be chaotic, may the Force be with you,
and also with you.
See ya.
Bye.